When a woman craves an older man, she always tests him with these 6 questions, psychology tricks. Age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Mark Twain. When it comes to relationships, particularly those with an age difference, there is a unique and intriguing dynamic that often emerges between older men and younger women. The attraction to an older man goes beyond just physical appearance. It's deeply rooted in experience, maturity, and the psychological appeal of his wisdom and life perspective. For many women, the desire for an older partner is not simply about seeking stability or guidance. Instead, there's often an unspoken test they might subconsciously employ to assess whether a man has the qualities they truly seek in a partner. This test involves 6 key questions designed to gauge his ability to offer emotional depth, stability, and compatibility. These questions help her determine if he embodies the traits that make him the ideal partner for her. In this discussion, we'll explore these 6 questions, providing insights into the psychological factors that drive women to seek the company of older men. Whether you're an older man in a relationship, someone wanting to better understand these dynamics, or simply intrigued by the complexities of age gap relationships, this exploration will offer fascinating insights into what women may be looking for when they crave the connection of an older, experienced man. 1. What do you want from this relationship? When a woman craves the presence of an older man, she often uses subtle, yet powerful psychology tricks to test his intentions. These questions aren't just casual inquiries, they carry deeper meaning and reveal much about her expectations, desires, and trust in the relationship. One of the first and most direct questions she might ask is, "What do you want from this relationship?" This question, though seemingly simple, is charged with significance. It serves as a pivotal moment for her to assess whether the older man sees this as a fleeting connection or something more substantial. Older men, often known for their emotional maturity and life experience, may exude a sense of stability and assurance that makes them particularly attractive to women seeking something deeper. However, this same maturity prompts a woman to carefully evaluate his true intentions. She needs to know if he's in it for the long haul or simply enjoying the novelty of a relationship with someone younger. This question isn't just about curiosity, it's a litmus test to see if his goals align with hers. For a woman in her 30s or 40s, especially in a relationship with a significant age gap, this inquiry is essential. She may want the security of knowing he's looking for commitment, rather than just a passing fling. You must understand that her asking this question is not an attack or challenge, but a natural step in the process of evaluating whether there's potential for something real. This is where psychology tricks come into play. She's carefully watching his response, his tone, and his willingness to open up emotionally. A vague or evasive answer may signal a lack of commitment, while a clear, honest, and thoughtful response will show that he is emotionally available and ready to invest in something meaningful. This is where female psychology often leads to deeper connection. It's not about playing games, but about ensuring that both partners are on the same page about their future. Her approach here is about trust. She needs to feel that she's not just a temporary distraction, but someone he's genuinely interested in growing with. So, when she asks, "What do you want from this relationship?" she's looking for a level of honesty that reassures her. If his answer resonates with her desire for something deeper and lasting, it can open the door to a strong emotional bond. But if he hesitates or deflects, it might leave her wondering whether he's emotionally ready to invest the same way she is. That is the power of female psychology in relationships, understanding emotional readiness and aligning long-term goals. The way he answers speaks volumes about his character, intentions, and readiness to build something lasting. The deeper the emotional connection, the more likely it is that she'll feel secure in the relationship. In a way, the question isn't just about his answer, it's about what his answer reveals about how much he's willing to invest in her emotionally. As you navigate this kind of relationship, remember that the key to understanding female psychology lies in being open and honest. If you can provide a response that feels true to your feelings and intentions, you're laying the groundwork for a meaningful connection. This is the art of how to fall in love by truly understanding each other's desires and expectations from the very beginning. You must be clear about what you want and ready to invest in a real, lasting relationship. So, don't brush off her question. Be prepared to answer with honesty and depth, and you'll show her that you're in it for something more than just the surface level connection. After all, love thrives when two people are emotionally available and willing to build something together, not just when the attraction is superficial or fleeting. To sum it up, when a woman asks, "What do you want from this relationship?" she's not just asking for the sake of asking. This is a psychology trick to help her understand if you're ready for something serious or if you're merely passing time. Be honest, be clear, and be emotionally available. This is how you can truly connect with her, showing that you're ready for more than just a temporary fling. 2. How do you feel about settling down? When a woman is drawn to an older man, she's often seeking something deeper than mere companionship. Women who crave the presence of a high value man are looking for stability, security, and emotional depth. One question she'll inevitably ask is, "How do you feel about settling down?" At first glance, it might seem like something a younger woman would ask, but in reality, this question holds even more weight for women drawn to older men. Why? Because these women are typically looking for a partner who has already navigated the complexities of life, understands what it means to build something lasting, and is now in a place where he's ready to offer the same sense of stability. This is where your masculine energy comes into play. Women want someone who's not just surviving, but thriving, a man who is settled in his career, secure in his personal life, and emotionally available. She's looking for someone who has the wisdom and life experience to know what truly matters and whether or not he's ready to invest in a future with her. It's no longer about the carefree days of youth, but about creating a life together that has depth, meaning, and direction. So, when she asks this seemingly simple question, it's a direct test of whether you're open to building that kind of future with her. For instance, let's say you're a man in your 40s or 50s. Maybe you've already experienced the highs and lows of relationships, career changes, and life's unpredictable nature. You may be comfortable with where you are, and perhaps you've even grown accustomed to a transient lifestyle, moving from one adventure to the next. But if this woman is looking for something more permanent, she's going to want to know if you're still in the mindset of exploring or if you're ready to settle into something more stable and committed. Now, if a woman in her 30s or early 40s is asking you this question, she's likely thinking about marriage, children, and building a future. She's not asking because she's uncertain about her desires, but because she wants to know if you're on the same page. She wants to be sure that, as an older man with experience, you're open to the idea of creating a future together, one that might involve significant milestones like starting a family or even just committing to a long-term partnership. The question isn't just about marriage, it's about her understanding whether your life goals align. If you answer with a clear, thoughtful response, she'll get a strong sense of whether you're someone who is ready to take that step or if you prefer a more transient lifestyle. This is where you, as a high-value man, must come into your own. Don't shy away from giving her an honest and thoughtful response. You must be upfront about where you stand and what you want out of life at this stage. A vague or non-committal answer can leave her questioning whether you're truly ready for the kind of commitment she's looking for. On the flip side, a confident, open answer that speaks to your own desires for the future will show her that you're someone who's not afraid to make bold decisions and build something real. This is part of what makes you attractive as an older man. You've already had time to reflect on your life's purpose, and now you're ready to share that vision with someone else. That is the beauty of this question. It's not just a test of your intentions, but also of your self-awareness. Women are drawn to men who have a clear vision of where they're headed and who are not afraid to commit to the right partner. If you've already settled into your life, emotionally and practically, she'll feel secure knowing that you're ready to offer the same kind of stability and commitment that she desires. It's not about being perfect or having everything figured out. It's about showing her that you're in a place where you can offer more than just casual companionship. When you answer this question with clarity, it shows that you're ready for something meaningful. This is a vital part of attracting women and making them feel secure in their connection with you. Don't hold back. Be upfront about your desires for the future. Whether you're open to marriage, children, or simply long-term companionship, let her know. When you give her a sincere and direct answer, you'll build trust, and that trust will be the foundation for a deeper, more committed relationship. So, when she asks, "How do you feel about settling down?" you mustn't just shrug it off. Be confident in your response. Show her that you're a man who knows what he wants and is ready to share it. Whether you're ready for a family or prefer a quieter, more peaceful future, she needs to hear your true feelings. Don't shy away from the question, embrace it. This is where the magic happens and where a high value man can truly stand out. By answering honestly, you'll show her that you're not just a man of experience, but a man who's emotionally ready to build something lasting, and that, my friend, is the ultimate way to attract women. If you're ready to show that you've mastered the art of commitment and stability, drop a comment right now. I am the man who builds a lasting future. Like this video, subscribe for more powerful insights, and remember, true strength comes from knowing what you want and making it happen. 3. How do you handle conflict? When a woman seeks the companionship of an older man, she often wants to know more than just his age or physical appearance. She wants to understand the depth of his character. One key question she might ask is, how do you handle conflict? The way a man responds to this simple query can reveal a great deal about his emotional intelligence, maturity, and wisdom. In a world where conflict seems almost inevitable, knowing how to manage disagreements and maintain emotional control is crucial to a successful relationship. For many women, especially those drawn to older men, the ability to navigate conflict without resorting to childish behavior or emotional outbursts is a non-negotiable trait. Older men, due to their life experience, often possess an innate ability to deal with conflict in a way that younger men might not yet have learned. They have likely encountered a range of challenging situations, from personal losses to career setbacks, and have honed their conflict resolution skills over time. This gives them the advantage of being able to remain calm under pressure, avoid escalating situations unnecessarily, and approach disputes with a level head. When an older man answers this question, he should do so with the confidence and maturity that comes from experience. Rather than becoming defensive or dismissive, he might reflect on past relationships or experiences where conflict arose and share how he handled those moments. Perhaps he'll mention how he values clear communication or how he believes in finding common ground rather than trying to win every argument. A woman who hears such a response is likely to view him as emotionally intelligent and capable of handling not just disagreements, but also the complexities of life itself. This is what sets older men apart, their ability to remain composed, calm, and rational, even in stressful situations. It speaks to a depth of emotional control, a characteristic that only grows with time, wisdom, and experience. In fact, this is a direct reflection of the core principles of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that emphasizes the importance of mastering one's emotions and focusing on what can be controlled. The Stoic approach to conflict is about remaining steadfast, being unaffected by outside circumstances, and maintaining inner peace even when the world around you seems chaotic. As the famous Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In the context of relationships, this Stoic approach becomes a powerful tool. Women, especially those in search of an older man, appreciate a partner who does not fly off the handle at the slightest provocation. They want someone who can hold their ground without resorting to childish behavior or emotional manipulation. An older man who answers with clarity and maturity, someone who can discuss his approach to resolving conflict without bitterness or resentment, demonstrates that he is not just capable of handling disagreements, but is also someone who can foster a healthy, balanced relationship. His ability to deal with conflict calmly is a direct reflection of the strength he has cultivated over years of life experience, and it also signals that he is someone who values peace and mutual respect over petty victories. In modern life, where stress and tension often seem to be around every corner, the importance of handling conflict with poise cannot be overstated. Everyone will face challenges, whether in relationships, at work, or in personal matters, but how we deal with those challenges is what defines us. An older man, grounded in the old Stoic wisdom, understands this principle deeply. He knows that reactions often create more problems than they solve, and that true power lies in how we manage ourselves in difficult times. Moreover, this approach to conflict resolution can create a sense of security and stability in a relationship. A woman looking for a partner wants someone who can lead with confidence in the face of adversity, who can resolve conflicts without chaos, and who can provide the emotional support necessary to weather the inevitable storms of life. A man who demonstrates emotional maturity and wisdom in his conflict resolution style creates an environment where both partners can feel safe and understood. The relationship, therefore, becomes a space where growth and mutual respect flourish. A powerful relationship is built on the foundation of handling conflict with wisdom, and this ability is one of the cornerstones of emotional intelligence. It's this kind of mastery, honed over years of experience, that makes an older man so appealing to women who seek stability and emotional maturity. In the grand scheme of life, conflict is inevitable, but the key to mastering it is not avoiding it, but how we face it. The Old Stoic wisdom teaches us that we are not slaves to our emotions or circumstances. We can choose how we respond. This is where the concept of the iron mind comes into play, an unshakable mindset that allows us to remain calm and focused even in the most turbulent of times. An older man, well versed in the art of Stoicism, embodies this principle. He understands that life is not about avoiding conflict, but about meeting it head-on with the strength of a clear, rational mind. In relationships, this ability to handle conflict without flinching makes him a powerful partner, one who can guide both himself and his partner through life's challenges with wisdom and grace. It's the embodiment of Stoicism in action, to remain unaffected by the chaos around you, to maintain clarity in the storm, and to use every challenge as an opportunity for growth. In conclusion, the question, how do you handle conflict, is more than just a simple inquiry. It's a test of emotional intelligence, maturity, and the depth of life experience. For the older man, it's an opportunity to showcase the strength and wisdom he has accumulated over the years. His answer will reveal his ability to remain calm, rational, and composed under pressure, traits that are essential for navigating the complexities of relationships. Women who are drawn to older men appreciate these qualities because they bring stability, security, and emotional maturity to a partnership. By embodying the principles of Old Stoic wisdom and cultivating an iron mind, the older man becomes a beacon of strength and resilience in the face of conflict, proving that true power lies not in reaction, but in the ability to remain grounded and focused in the most challenging of times. Life may test us with conflict, but with the wisdom of experience and the mindset of a Stoic, we can face anything and emerge victorious. 4. What do you think about gender roles in relationships? When a woman is drawn to an older man, she will often test him with questions designed to reveal his views on life, relationships, and even gender roles. One such question is, what do you think about gender roles in relationships? At first glance, this may seem like a casual inquiry, but it carries much deeper meaning. This question is a subtle way for her to gauge whether he aligns with traditional ideas or embraces more progressive values. You must realize that women, especially those interested in older men, are often looking for a partner who understands the delicate balance between respect, equality, and support in a relationship. She wants to know if he sees a relationship as a partnership or if he's stuck in outdated notions of gender roles. If the older man answers this question by expressing a preference for equality in relationships, where both partners share responsibilities and equally support each other, she'll recognize that he is not only in tune with modern relationship dynamics, but also values mutual respect. This is one of those psychology tricks that many women instinctively use to assess a man's suitability for a long-term, balanced relationship. By asking about gender roles, she is testing whether he views relationships through the lens of equality, partnership, and shared responsibility, or whether he believes in more traditional and rigid roles. It's essential for her to understand if he will truly treat her as an equal, valuing her opinions and contributions just as much as his own. Female psychology often centers around a woman's desire for a balanced, fair relationship where both partners respect each other's individuality and strengths. She doesn't want to feel like she is being held to an outdated standard or expected to fulfill roles based solely on her gender. So when she asks about gender roles, she is, in fact, probing for a deeper understanding of how the older man views equality in relationships. Does he believe in a partnership where both people are equal, or is he still thinking in terms of men leading and women following? The latter might not be the answer she's looking for, as it could signal a lack of understanding or respect for the kind of balanced relationship she desires. The truth is, women are attracted to older men not just for their experience and maturity, but also for their ability to offer something different from younger men: wisdom, emotional depth, and, often, a more nuanced perspective on relationships. If an older man can navigate this question with wisdom and modern thinking, showing that he values the mutual exchange of support, love, and respect, it will tell her that he's someone who can build a meaningful, balanced relationship. This kind of emotional intelligence is a key element in understanding female psychology, and it's the kind of quality that many women crave when they are seeking to fall in love. It's not just about agreeing with her, though. It's about being willing to engage in an open dialogue about what a healthy relationship should look like. This question is a chance for him to showcase his willingness to consider her perspective and adjust his own beliefs, if necessary. Women often test this in the early stages of a relationship because they want to ensure that the man they are involved with can adapt, understand, and respect the evolving dynamics of modern relationships. This question serves as a window into his values and attitudes, showing whether or not he is open to change and growth. So, when an older man is faced with a question about gender roles, it's more than just a test, it's a moment of truth. He must understand the deeper implications of his answer and recognize the opportunity to demonstrate his emotional maturity, understanding of female psychology, and ability to build a relationship based on equality and respect. The right answer will signal to her that he is ready to build a partnership that values both individuals and embraces the shared responsibilities that come with a modern, progressive relationship. This is one of the subtle psychology tricks women use to assess a man's readiness for a serious, balanced connection. And if he's able to respond thoughtfully, showing respect for her perspective, he will not only pass the test, but also deepen the emotional connection they share. If you found this insight valuable, comment below and share it with someone who could benefit. Don't forget to subscribe for more relationship wisdom. Comment to remember: true partnership is built on equality, respect, and mutual support. 5. How do you stay young at heart? When a woman is drawn to an older man, she's not just looking for someone with life experience. She craves a connection with someone who can bring energy, enthusiasm, and a zest for life. So when she asks, "How do you stay young at heart?" it's more than just a simple question. It's a test to see how much vitality and spirit he still has in his heart. Women who are attracted to older men often want someone who can keep up with their own excitement for life. They don't want to be with someone who's stuck in the past, dwelling on memories or caught in the trap of a sedentary routine. They want a man who's still curious, adventurous, and passionate about the world around him. This question goes beyond physical appearance. It's not about how youthful he looks or how many gray hairs he has. It's about his mindset, his attitude toward life. You must understand, a high-value man is someone who is not only physically fit, but emotionally and mentally engaged with life. His mindset should reflect his love for exploration and new experiences. When a woman asks about staying young at heart, she wants to see whether he's still as excited about life today as he was in his youth. Does he laugh easily? Does he embrace new challenges with open arms? Does he still have the energy to go after his passions, whether it's a hobby, travel, or simply enjoying the little things in life? That's the kind of man she's looking for. A high-value man who attracts women isn't just a man of age and experience. He's someone whose masculine energy is vibrant and compelling. It's his spirit and vitality that make him truly magnetic. If he answers this question by describing the ways he keeps himself active, whether it's through sports, music, art, or travel, he'll show that he is still full of life, not stuck in a sedentary, cynical mindset. This shows that he is present, that he is engaged with the world around him, and that he brings more than just wisdom to the table. A woman wants a partner who shares her energy and enthusiasm, not someone who's resigned to old age. So, when an older man answers this question, it's essential that he emphasizes his ability to stay curious and open to new experiences. She's looking for someone who can laugh at life's challenges, who is not bitter or cynical about growing older, but who embraces the idea of staying youthful in both mind and body. If he can show her that he's involved in activities, hobbies, or causes that excite him, she'll be more confident that he isn't someone who's just living in the past. Women don't want a man who's just going through the motions of life. They want someone who is alive, vibrant, and engaged. And that's what this question is all about, gauging whether the man has maintained a youthful energy despite the years. You must remember that a woman seeking an older man is likely looking for someone who is not only wise but full of life, someone who embodies that classic masculine energy that still has a sense of playfulness, adventure, and passion. Imagine a high-value man who answers this question with a story about his latest adventure or passion project. Perhaps he's taken up painting, traveling to new countries, or exploring a new hobby like hiking or photography. He's active, engaged, and mentally sharp. This shows a woman that he isn't living in the past, constantly looking back at what he's done, but rather looking forward to what he can still experience. This is what makes him so attractive. His energy is contagious, his enthusiasm palpable. And let's not forget, masculine energy isn't just about physicality. It's about confidence, drive, and passion for life. Women want to be with a man who inspires them to live more fully, not someone who's closed off or disconnected from the world. When a woman hears that an older man has hobbies, passions, or a lifestyle that keeps him active, she knows that he is someone who will engage with her on a deeper level. He's not simply living in isolation, but actively participating in life. You must also consider how the question ties into the overall dynamic of a potential relationship. If she's asking about how he stays young at heart, she's seeking someone who will meet her enthusiasm with the same zest for life. She's not looking for a partner who has simply survived life, but one who has thrived, one who still has dreams and aspirations. The right answer will show that the older man has maintained a strong connection to the world around him, proving that age isn't about slowing down. It's about refining the things that matter most. So, when faced with this question, remember, it's an opportunity to show her who you really are. The woman who's attracted to older men wants to know that you're not just living in the past, but fully engaged in the present. If you want to attract women, you must show that your masculine energy is just as vibrant as ever. Share your passions, embrace your hobbies, and let your energy shine. A man who stays young at heart is a man who continues to evolve, who never stops exploring, and who always brings that spark of life to everything he does. This is the kind of man who doesn't just age, he grows. And that's incredibly attractive. 6. What's your biggest regret? When a woman craves the company of an older man, she often tests him with questions that, while seemingly innocuous, serve a far deeper purpose. One of the most revealing questions she may ask is, "What's your biggest regret?" At first, this may seem like a heavy, even uncomfortable question, but its true intent is much more profound. It's a window into the emotional maturity, depth, and self-awareness of the man in front of her. The question serves not only to see if the older man is introspective enough to look back at his life and acknowledge the mistakes he's made, but also to measure whether he's grown from them. In a world where so many people are quick to blame others or external circumstances for their troubles, a man who can reflect on his past without bitterness or defensiveness is someone who exudes confidence and strength. It's this emotional resilience that draws women in, particularly when the man's response reflects a true understanding of what it means to learn from his experiences. At the core of this question lies an exploration of vulnerability. Many men, especially those who are older, may hesitate to share their regrets, fearing it might make them appear weak or uncertain. But the truth is, vulnerability is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of emotional intelligence. In fact, many of the greatest leaders and thinkers throughout history have spoken about the power of embracing vulnerability. As the philosopher Brené Brown wisely said, vulnerability is not winning or losing. It's having the courage to show up and be seen when we have no control over the outcome. An older man who is open about his regrets and reflects on them with a sense of growth, rather than lingering in bitterness, demonstrates the kind of emotional maturity that women find irresistible. This kind of self-awareness doesn't just indicate that he has lived a full life, but that he has taken the lessons of his experiences and applied them to become a wiser, stronger individual. The way an older man responds to this question reveals his character in a profound way. If he speaks candidly about a past mistake or regret, but frames it with a sense of learning and growth, he shows that he is someone who is forward-thinking, not stuck in the past. He has taken ownership of his life, understanding that mistakes are inevitable, but they are also necessary. They are part of the process that shapes a man into who he is today. In this way, the question of regret becomes an opportunity to showcase one of the key principles of Old Stoic wisdom, that life's greatest lessons often come from hardship and mistakes. The Stoics understood that pain and struggle were not to be avoided, but embraced as part of the human experience. They taught that true strength comes from within, through the cultivation of an iron mind, a mind that is unshaken by the challenges of life, that learns from every experience and grows stronger as a result. A man who answers this question with a sense of reflection and wisdom embodies the essence of Stoicism in its purest form. The ability to take responsibility for past actions without being overwhelmed by regret is a sign of mental fortitude. The Stoics believed that one's mind must be like iron, steadfast, resilient, and unwavering in the face of adversity. Such a man understands that the past is not a weight to carry around, but a series of stepping stones that have shaped him into the person he is today. This kind of wisdom is precisely what many women find so attractive in older men. They seek a man who is not afraid to admit his flaws, who is willing to share his journey, and who can speak about his past without being consumed by it. Women are drawn to men who have mastered their own emotions, who can reflect on their experiences and move forward, rather than being defined by past mistakes. In modern life, where many people are preoccupied with external validation and appearances, the ability to embrace one's own vulnerabilities and learn from them is an incredibly rare and valuable trait. Most people live in a constant state of defense, afraid to expose their weaknesses or admit their flaws. But in reality, it's the older men who have the wisdom to acknowledge their mistakes and understand that they are part of the learning process who truly command respect. The man who can share his biggest regret, not with shame, but with a sense of empowerment, is the man who has truly mastered his own life. He knows that his past doesn't define him, it only helps him grow. This is where the concept of Stoicism win comes into play. Stoicism teaches us that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond. A man who understands this concept is not easily rattled by life's difficulties. Instead, he embraces them, learns from them, and uses them as fuel to move forward stronger and more resilient. The ability to face the tough questions about regrets with confidence, poise, and wisdom is a clear sign that he is someone who has internalized this philosophy. Such a man embodies the power of an iron mind, unshaken, unwavering, and always evolving. So, when an older man is faced with the question of his biggest regret, he should embrace it as an opportunity to show the depth of his experience and wisdom. He should answer with confidence, without defensiveness, and with the clarity that comes from years of living. Women are not looking for perfection. They are looking for a man who is real, who can reflect on his past, and who has grown from it. It is this emotional strength, this stoic resilience, and this iron mind that women find most appealing. A man who has truly mastered his life is not afraid to share his regrets because he knows that they are not weaknesses, but lessons that have made him who he is today. And that is the essence of true strength. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video insightful and helpful. Relationships are complex, and understanding the deeper dynamics at play can make all the difference. If you're an older man, remember that these 6 questions women ask are not just about testing you, they're about understanding your emotional maturity, experiences, and intentions. So, when these questions come up, take a moment to reflect. It's an opportunity to show your confidence, your wisdom, and your emotional depth. And to all the viewers, whether you're in a relationship or just curious, always remember that communication, understanding, and empathy are key. Stay true to yourself and don't be afraid to embrace the journey of learning and growing together. If you have any thoughts or other questions you think women might ask when testing an older man, feel free to share them in the comments below. I'd love to hear your experiences and insights. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.